Hey everybody, earlier this week I did a video called Pain, It's There For You, Not To Hurt You. And I had a lot of really good response to this video. It sparked just a lot of conversations here in the office, outside the office. First and foremost, if you like these videos, if you enjoy them, for one, if there's people who can benefit from them, share them. Subscribe to our channel so you guys get updates every time we post a video. I don't always send them out. I don't always post the videos that we make. So if you get benefit from the videos, subscribe to the channel, comment on it, like it so I know that you guys are watching it. But we made a video called Pain, It's There For You. And I started thinking about it and I thought this is a video that probably needs a little bit of a follow-up. There's a little bit more that we can say on this topic that can really help you guys understand this. Now, one thing that I will say about your body that makes it incredibly magnificent, but it's also one of those things that you need to learn how to use it. You need to learn how to use this function. Is your body is a self-adapting and self-regulating organism. That means it will adapt to any stress that you put on it. That means if there's stress on your body that's causing you pain, your body will eventually adapt to that stress. It's the same way as if you go to the gym and you work out, your body is going to adapt to that stressor by putting muscle on. It's going to adapt to that stressor by putting muscle so you can go lift more weight, right? Another example is, if I were to go eat a big old greasy cheeseburger right now, that's not the way that I generally eat. My body is not adapted to that. I would get really sick. And in my mind, that's a positive thing. I don't want my body to be used to me putting junk in it. I want my body to be used to putting good quality fuel. But for a lot of you guys, for a lot of people, they can go out, they can eat McDonald's, they can eat a whole bunch of junk, and it doesn't affect their bodies because their body has adapted to being able to eat that. Alcohol is the same thing. Some people can drink a whole lot. Some people, if they have their first drink, they start feeling different right away, right? It's because some people's body has adapted to that stress. Now, pain is the exact same way. Let's just say, for instance, it's an issue in the neck, it's an issue in the low back, that right away you experience just a little bit of discomfort, or you have a slip and a fall, you have an accident, you experience a little bit of discomfort in these areas, and you think, hey, one of these days I need to go do something about this because it's really causing me a lot of discomfort. What ends up happening, what's happened to so many of you guys, is that pain or that discomfort ends up going away. Now, what's happened now is your body has adapted to that stress. That may not show up again for years, but eventually your body's adapted by protecting itself. So what happens is, we already know if we break an arm, we're going to put a cast on an arm to protect it, to immobilize it. Your body does the exact same thing. We've got a spine, it's got 24 movable segments. If one of those segments is under an enormous amount of stress, or more stress than the ones above and below it, your body will lock that joint down the same way we would with a cast. It does that to protect it. The problem is, you stay moving and now you're not in pain, now you don't feel it, you stay moving around that joint, you got 23 moving the right way, that one's not moving the way it's supposed to, that causes repetitive stress in that joint. And then down the road, all of a sudden you bend over, or you sleep wrong, and all of a sudden that causes you a tremendous amount of pain, even more than maybe the initial accident that you don't even remember at that point. This is what it looks like. When I actually shoot those x-rays, I'm going to try to help you guys see this. This is a picture of somebody's neck. When you look at this, or if you were to go to a medical doctor, they're going to look at these and you see how all these are nice and square, the disc spaces are nice and thick. Down here, you notice these little spurs on front of these bones. Those are the same as if you look at my hand and you can see the calluses. I can tell that those joints have been under a tremendous amount of stress compared to the ones above and below it. Now, the doctor will just say it's arthritis, it's disc degeneration. They'll put all these fancy diagnoses on it. What happened is your body's locked that area down. This is why that joint looks different than the ones above and below it. Your body's locked that joint down. It's kept it from moving. Until that thing gets in there and you start moving it, it's not going to heal. That's the interference to your body healing. Also, all the tissue in that area, the nerves in that area, all the soft tissues, there's inflammation, there's swelling, there's all that. There's atrophy. Same thing as if you wear a cast on an arm for a long time, that arm doesn't move, it atrophies. All that tissue around that area is atrophied. So that was your body's adaptation to a stress that it might have been under for a long, long time. One thing that I see a lot of times is when a new patient will come in and they say, hey, 20 years ago, I went to a chiropractor and I had an adjustment and the problem was fixed. And that's always a red flag in my mind, because now they might have had the pain fixed, but the problem wasn't fixed after one adjustment. What's happened now is they've been walking around, they've been doing all this activity for the last 20 years. Now it's a bigger problem. And they just thought, oh, chiropractic's going to help get me out of pain like that. No, that's a problem that's been going on for 20 plus years now. You took care of the symptom, you didn't get the correction in there. So on the contrary, this happens a lot for me. I look really good when this happens, but somebody comes in, they get one adjustment and the pain goes away. The problem's not fixed. The problem's not fixed. The pain might be fixed, but the problem is not corrected. So that's going to continue to wear, tear, deteriorate over the years until you eventually end up with a bigger issue. Remember this is my closing thought on this. Teeth, when this process happens to teeth and teeth deteriorate, you get cavities, there are things the dentist can do, not always favorable. There's things the dentist can do to correct your teeth. Your spine, you only get one. You don't get a second chance at this. Once that thing wears down, once that thing deteriorates, pain, whatever, that's all just a symptom. Once that spine deteriorates, you get one. You get one. You got to keep it for the rest of your life. Take care of it now. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.